Everyone, we're in the depths of illusion. To set the situation, Eazy, the block captain, whom Remy said was merely a colleague in the culture, walked out in front of 40,000 people following rumors Instagram live dump and is currently refusing to sign the divorce documents. Viewers saying, "I'm single, I've been single, let's stop the uncertainty, no notice, no pre-recorded words, app apologies, just vibrations Wi-Fi, and the whole ruin of Remy Ma's last shred of dignity." How did Remy respond in a quiet and elegant manner? Nope. Insiders claim that Remy refused to sign the divorce papers Papoose sent him weeks ago, stating that the timing didn't feel right. Timing, sis, you were publicly dropped like a bad mixtape, and now suddenly you want to pause the process, they add. Maintain her public image while Clarissa Shields shares selfies at the gym with her lover and a glittery filter on her championship belt. We're going to reveal the treachery. You can't make it up. If you thought the Remy Papoose Eazy triangle couldn't get any uglier, get ready for the emotional roller coaster. The aftermath and race strategy to retake the story were exposed just as fans were starting to move on. Eazy decided that the uproar might have died down, so he decided to throw a bombshell on Instagram Live. Imagine Eazy sitting on a hotel couch with just a ring light, a Wi-Fi connection, and the truth, or his version of it, instead of a countdown, warning, or PR statement. Hoodie on and declared casually, "I'm not in a relationship," without blinking. "I haven't gone in a while. I felt it was time for everyone to know." Suddenly, Twitter switched from Team Remy hashtags to #RemyGot. The live comments were caustic, with one viewer saying, "It's not the queen who gets benched in the middle of the season." Another fan said, "Sis, did you really get manipulated by the same man who calls himself Eazy?" And while fans tried to, someone in the chat screen recorded the entire event after this discovery. 5 million people watched that video in just 10 hours. But let's go back in time since this catastrophe had been building for months. Those cozy behind-the-scenes pictures were the beginning of it. The renowned combat rap event where Remy and Eazy's eye contact alone might have started a fire, the late-night creative sessions that always finished at 3 in the morning, and Remy and Eazy laughing a little too much during interviews. Papoose is said to have quietly and politely squeezed the trigger, like the submissive monarch, after seeing Rye and Eazy were too close during a private session. The divorce papers were odd enough, but so was the man who wrote poems for his wife while she was in prison. Rather than signing the agreements and declaring that she was ready to move on, Remy reportedly told close friends, "This isn't the right time. I need space to think." He submitted the docs without tweeting or going live. You're still in the pondering stage, and the dude is almost halfway through a fitness campaign with Clarissa Shields? It's unbelievable. The divorce papers have apparently been in the possession of Ray's legal team for almost 3 weeks, and they haven't rejected them. Then Eazy goes live, and to the amazement of many, insiders claim Remy was unaware that he was going to reveal that information. She worked with an unknown stylist who claimed that the day before, Remy was beaming broadly. Not signed, simply sitting there, gathering heartache and dust. It appears like Remy was practicing for a brand cooperation when the live stream went viral. The beauty artist had 112 missed messages on her phone when she was done applying eyeliner. A crew member asserted that just stopped the pose in the middle and walked off the set. "We thought something had happened to her family, but instead, the breakup was widely publicized online within hours, which hurt her reputation." On Instagram Live, Eazy broke up with Roma, Remy abandoned Reed and Blast, and worst of all, Papoose apparently discovered the live at the same moment as the rest of us. Instead of flinching or reposting, he just tweeted, "Sometimes closure comes before signatures." Remy is even refusing to sign documents, despite the fact that she is already unmarried. Fans erupted at the comment. Papoose is tweeting like a man drinking herbal tea in peace while chaos dances out. That same evening, Clarissa's child posted a selfie from the gym with the caption, "This is what happens when you train for love and loyalty, not likes." Well, let's face it, that was a kick in the breast. He was dignified. No gloves, no. Remy hasn't signed the paperwork in spite of everything, and it's just plain Kale energy. Is this a show of strength, or is she hoping that Papoose would change his mind in light of allegedly leaked Remy hen? As per multiple close sources, she said, "This is a phase. We survived worse. He's emotional right now." Oh no, sis. This isn't a phase. This is a fully televised breakup sponsored by Betrayal and uploaded to the cloud. Fans, meanwhile, declared that Papoose's patience was over. An ex-music business insider said that Papoose gave her time, gave her privacy, and gave her respect. Now he's done. He wants the paper signed before the month ends. Have been bombarding Reese's comment sections with anything from supportive messages to mocking insults. A supporter said, "If you wait any longer, Papoose and Clarissa will be celebrating their second anniversary, and her PR will also be booming." Crisis insiders say she is considering a confession special, a love red table talk to clear the air and review the story. From Love to Lessons, My Side of the Story is the working title, but considering how harsh and fast the internet is, would this be enough? Individuals already made timelines, looked at every song that Ray had put out in the past year, and contrasted her glow-up and glow-down arcs. Remy was reportedly sitting in her dressing room trying to make sense of the Instagram live split that was being viewed by people all around the world. The internet was doing what it does best, creating hashtags out of grief. In a matter of hours, hashtag signed papers and hashtag Remirfuses were popular on X. The former Twitter and TikTok creators wasted no time in producing consecutive heartbreaking sketches. Tea with Tammy's creator broke out the entire time period in a 7-part video series called When You Lose Papoose and Eazy in the same month. Just part 5 of the series had over 1.5 million views. A full-on digital drag session took place. Some evidence that was clearly dubious but yet went viral to piece together a treachery puzzle. Audio leak. Examine this blurry screen grab of a FaceTime chat that may or may not depict Remy getting shirtless and donning a bonnet. According to reports, Fat Joe joined the argument without being invited, and as if things weren't already strange enough, he walked his yard for exactly 9 minutes and 42 seconds while talking about culturally unacceptable choices in loyalty, and he declared, "I love Remy. Pat, a soldier, has never made my sister feel embarrassed in public, but it upsets everyone to see her name spoken in this manner." But eventually, accountability was required, and fans flooded the comments with "so he knew too." Ray's lack of response, meanwhile, only fueled speculation that she was dressing like a therapist. Before her team chose to resolve the matter with what they called a cleanup, she remained silent and didn't post, speak, or even publish a statement stating that her account had been compromised. A tearful YouTube video called This Is My Truth, a surprise freestyle addressing the rumors, and a throwback photo of herself with Papoose with the caption, "Real love doesn't come." Damage Control rollout leaked internal documents from her crew explained the new plan. During the legal separation procedure, Papoose's lawyer allegedly warned her explicitly against romantic deception, which is why that message never appeared on her website. Fans didn't realize that until later. When Papoose and Clarissa Shields made their first official post together, the internet couldn't stop watching, even if it didn't realize it needed some love. In addition to one man's silence in this dispute, Remy now had to contend with the public relations apparatus. As the movie depicts them fighting in the ring, the caption reads, "Stronger together in and out of the ring." Hashtag Paparessa has received 12.3 million views in just 48 hours. Ray's name was. People started to question whether she had cheated, whether it was easy or serious, and whether Papoose already had Clarissa on the waiting list. In the week's most startling remark to start claimed to have landed a 6-figure partnership with Built Different and Remy, a partnership with Gymshark. She has yet to make a statement, sign the divorce papers, and decline to sign the ring. A live Instagram spill of Remy occurred. "Well, we're only dreaming." Region everyone, the situation should be made simple. The block captain continued, "I'm single. I've been single." Let's stop the confusion. No warning, no pre-recorded notes app, in front of 40,000 people. Remy said the captain was just a coworker in the culture. Wi-Fi and an apology were the last threats to Remy Ma's dignity. But how did she react? Weeks before, Papu gave Remy divorce papers, but Remy reportedly declined to sign them, stating, "Sis, the timing didn't feel right. Resemble the terrible mistake that was made public, and now you want to halt the process." While Clarissa Shields is out here posting photos from a couple's gym, Remy is reportedly attempting to regain what little of her public image she still has by contacting both men. The betrayal, the fallout, and Ray's plan to take back the story will all be revealed. If you believe the Remy, then buckle up, paperwork or not. Welcome to Papoose, Eazy Triangle's heart-wrenching grand finale. It couldn't get any messier. Eazy chose to unexpectedly reveal a shocking revelation on Instagram, lived just when followers were beginning to believe that the chaos had passed. Just a Wi-Fi connection, a ring light, and the truth, or his version of it. Imagine this easygoing individual sitting on a hotel couch, wearing a sweatshirt, blinking seldom, and then humorously saying, "I'm not in a relationship. Haven't been for a minute. I simply felt that everyone should know." It took less than 6 minutes for Twitter to shift from Team Remy hashtags to hashtag Remy got left, and the live comments were scathing. A viewer expressed disapproval of the Queen's mid-season benching. "Did the man who calls himself Eazy really play you, sis?" Another person wrote. The entire incident was recorded by someone in the chat window while admirers tried to process this information. The video was seen 5 million times in 10 hours. Let's take a step back though, because this catastrophe had been brewing for months. It began with the cozy behind-the-scenes pictures of Remy and Eazy laughing uncontrollably during interviews and those late-night brainstorming sessions that never seemed to end. Around 3 in the morning, and following that infamous battle rap episode where their eyes could have set afire, Papoose, the man who wrote poetry for his wife while she was in prison, started to suspect something. The divorce papers then showed up. According to reports, Papoose, the loyal monarch he has always been, pulled the trigger politely and gently when he noticed Remy and Eazy becoming too close during a private practice. He just showed the documents, and Remy didn't sign them. He didn't tweet or go live. By saying, "This isn't the right time. I need space to think," she allegedly tried to communicate to her close friends that she was ready to move on. It's great that the man is halfway through a workout program with Clarissa. "Let me think" is still your mode, Shields. Ray's legal team has reportedly been holding onto the divorce papers for over 3 weeks, accumulating dust and suffering until they are made public. However, here's the twist. One hairdresser, who wished to remain anonymous, said Remy had no idea he would declare that. Remy was happy and getting ready for a photo session the day before, acting as though nothing was wrong. But as the live feed went live online, Remy was. The beauty artist was reportedly on site for a brand cooperation session when she finished applying eyeliner and discovered that her phone had 112 missed messages. According to one crew member, she just halted her posture and walked off the set. It was found out that, contrary to our initial assumption that something had happened to her family, her reputation, because, in a matter of hours, the split was extensively reported. Remy left on read and on blast. Eazy ended communication with Remy on Instagram Live, and worst of all, despite already being unmarried, Remy refused to sign paperwork. Aw shucks, but hold on. Things are starting to improve. He tweeted, "Sometimes closure comes before signatures," without recoiling or reposting, although chaos swirls outside his window peacefully. He's already married to Serenity, so let Remy keep the ring while he maintains his dignity, remarked a third. And in a selfie she posted online while working out, Clarissa wrote, "Baby, you already know what it's about." But the narrative took a turn for the worse that same night with the caption, "Training for love and loyalty instead of likes leads to this." Unreleased material collected by a verified fan account. "You don't throw out a queen because she dropped her crown. I held you down when the whole world tried to drown. Mistakes were made, Remy stated in a freestyle that was allegedly recorded only a week ago. She revealed what they said was an early look at the unreleased freestyle without warning. "I won't sign anything until my spirit is content though, because love never fades. Let the chaos, the drama, and the TikTok breakdowns begin." In a single day, one reply video received over 3 million views, and the creator said that she wasn't just refusing to sign the documents, rather she was turning them into her. Fans weren't all in agreement, and she will profit from her suffering. Some called it iconic, others called it manipulation of emotions. That being said, everyone acknowledged that this story is far from over. Not to mention the rumor that Remy and Clarissa are about to have a conversation. Specifically, the title is being modified according to newly published production notes. But guess what? The ring and the record, from love to legacy unspoken, the women behind the war is supposedly one of the choices. This morning, Papoose officially declined to make another appearance. In a direct response, the show's producer said, "I'm not revisiting what I've already healed from." That statement alone received 50,000 likes on X, and Clarissa is thriving in silence. In her most recent post, she stated, "No, this is not drama. Just booking shoots, lifting weights, and keeping her lane clear. Peace is power, and I'm undefeated." A car whistle of images that read, "And now all eyes are on Remy." Rumor has it that she has been promised an exclusive candid interview with the Breakfast Club, but she is reportedly waiting because she wants to. What we do know is that the internet gets louder the longer she doesn't say anything. With Papoose and Clarissa building a whole post-scandal empire, Remy is ready to either start her dope series or go the interview way. Will she file for divorce and move on now that she has run out of time to summarize her story? Or will she try to stretch it out in a free-form manner while coping with the fallout and hope that one viral comment under her most recent Instagram story would rekindle public sympathy? Girl, right now, the only thing preventing you from moving forward is your pen. The Dana that started with Black Love Goals has suddenly turned into the year's most dramatic celebrity split. The rebound lost command of the narrative. Remy lost the marriage, and it's possible that she's finally realizing that some people have lawyers attached. In that scenario, we question if Remy's Black Love days are over or if this is only the beginning of her rebranding, as she isn't going to go quietly and is still clinging to those divorce papers. Papoose has reportedly already moved on amicably and discreetly in the interim, and a prenuptial agreement that has already been printed reportedly softens the image of Clarissa winning and Remy, who is torn between acceptance and rejection. But what? Do you think Remy merited another opportunity? Was it straightforward, an escape attempt gone awry, or a distraction? Does Clarissa really have feelings for Papoose? Or is this all just a publicity stunt? In the space provided for comments below, share your most intriguing ideas. Every take is being watched. This narrative is far from over, remember. A suspected sit-down special, a freestyle leak war, and a potential Netflix documentary